Hey everybody, welcome back. Team Walters here, Richard here in the house. So yeah, obviously we're in the house. So hey, happy Labor Day to everybody. So sorry this is coming out a day late. Had a bunch of conflict of interest yesterday. I went to a horse show yesterday. Watched my daughter ride, and Brianna, you did a great job. So there's a shout out to you. So I'm going to stand up now. So today, as promised, is we're going to go over carbon monoxide alarm and why we need them in the house. Things that we can do to prevent from carbon monoxide alarm sounding and prevention. So we're going to go over that. So what have we gone over so far? We went over smoke alarms, we went over exit plans, we went over close before you doze, kitchen safety, vacation, emergency exit plan, what to do when you go on vacation. Today we're going to go over carbon monoxide. Oh, we went over fire extinguishers too. I didn't forget that one. That one was fun. So today we're going to go over carbon monoxide and why we need an alarm is. What is CO? Oh, excuse me right there. CO is odorless, tasteless, invisible gas. Basically, what creates it? It's the incomplete combustion of fuel. So what happens is you like wood. It's incomplete combustion. If you ever watch a fire where it's burning, it's creating smoke, that the smoke is incomplete combustion. It didn't burn everything. So that is what CO is. It's an odorless, tasteless, invisible gas. What's the sources of CO? Fuel-fired furnaces. What kind of fuels? Natural gas, oil gases. I don't know. You got propane gases. Fuel-fired furnaces. Gas water heaters, stoves, and dryers. If you have a natural gas, hot water, propane, stoves and trailers and stuff like that, and campers. Propane if you have them. If you don't have natural gas in your area, and gas-fired dryers, natural gas or propane. Fireplaces, wood. Wood also creates CO, carbon monoxide. Wood stoves, charcoal grills, and regular propane grills. Pellet stoves also create CO. Just usually goes right out the stack. Now anything that has a combustible motor like gas lawnmowers, I just said that. Snow blowers, leaf blowers. Yeah, I said snow blowers. We're already in September 2019. Excuse me. For Western PA, this will be coming before we know it. Leaf blowers, it's going to be fall, running leaf blowers. Can't forget about your cars, trucks, motorcycles, and generators. I know people that have all electrical houses, but they have attached garage. If you do have an attached garage to your house or underneath your house, it's attached. You want to get CO alarms because you have a combustible engine that you regularly use going in and out of your garages. So you want to make sure you have a CO alarm. If you have an all-electric house, your cars aren't parked underneath, or you have all-electric cars, then you probably don't need a CO alarm. But if it's attached garage, you want to get a CO alarm. So, what are the symptoms of CO poisoning? A lot of times CO poisoning is disguised because it's almost like flu-like symptoms. What do you get? You get headache, you can get SOB. It's not what that stands for. Shortness of breath. I just did abbreviation. So shortness of breath, nauseated, headache, you get dizziness, you can get lightheadedness. Those are symptoms of CO poisoning. So if you do have these symptoms, you have a CO alarm, it's not sounding, you move out to fresh air, you feel better, something's going on, you want to get the house checked, you want to go get checked at your nearest emergency room or call 911. So, the reason why we need carbon monoxide alarm because it's odorless, tasteless, and visible. So the CO alarm becomes our sniffer because it's designed to, put the glasses down, it's designed to be able to pick up the carbon monoxide. If there's carbon monoxide present and at a high rate, it will sound the alarm. Where do you install these? You install them to the manufacturer's specifications, but you want to put one on each level and right outside the sleeping area. I put my CO alarm inside my bedroom. This one I got for my son's bedroom. There's another one downstairs in my daughter's bedroom apartment area. So we have 3 CO alarms in the house. Installed it to the manufacturer's specification is how they tell you to install it. It's how it's been tested and designed to work. CO alarm with recognized testing label. This one's been tested at UL, so it's been tested to a standard to meet the minimum qualifications for a carbon monoxide detector. So you always want to look for some label from a outside laboratory that's certified to be able to test carbon monoxide detectors, fire alarms, stuff like that. You want to test this monthly, just like when we went over we went over the fire alarms. You want to test this monthly. So when you test the fire alarms, you want to test these too. When we pull this out, I'll show you. I marked the date on it that I got it. This one is good for 10 years. We do another zoom right there. It's good for 10 years. I feel like Van and White every time I do this. So shout out to Van. So that's 10 years. So check the manufacturer, see when they recommend replacing it. So we test it monthly. If the CO alarm sounds, what do? We go in an emergency action plan. We get out of the house. We move to fresh air. We call 911. For us, if the CO alarm sounds, it's the same as a fire alarm sound. We go out, we exit the house, we get out, we call 911. As a firefighter, if we get CO alarms, we have a gas meter in. We go in there and we check the parts per million, and we measure the atmosphere inside the residence. If it's high atmosphere, we notify the gas company. That's their standing operating procedure. They will come out, they'll use their sniffer to try to find the source of the problem, and then what they do is they'll shut the gas off if it needs to be shut off, and red tag the system until their system's repaired. So if the CO, depending on your manufacturer and the brand, starts chirping, means the battery's going low, you want to change the batteries. If you replace the batteries and the batteries, it still chirps, you want to contact your fire department, come out and have it checked. The CO alarm might need replaced, or there's some issue going on. It's not quite in the alarm, but it's reading something. Do not run your cars in the garage. If you have attached garage, basement garage, side garage, a split ranch where it's under the bedrooms is, when you get in your car in the morning, open the garage door. That's my rule of thumb. I have a basement garage. I open the garage door, I start the car, I pull the car out, wait about 30 seconds or so, and then I reshut the garage door, let some fresh air get in there. If I need the car to run before I get going, I run it outside the house with the garage door shut. The car's outside the house, just want to verify that. Have your furnace, fireplace, your wood stove checked annually by a certified professional for heating and air or whatnot. Make sure it's clean, be ready to use. Use fuel burning equipment outside, such as grills, generators. Been on calls where people put their propane grill in because it was raining outside. They moved it into their garage and they were cooking in their garage. Well, it just overwhelms. They need to be out in the air and open. If you have a generator you're using, you have a power outage, like the people down in Florida are going to be going through a hurricane. Our prayers are going out to those people who just passes right through. You want to run the generator outside in fresh air. That's how they're designed to run. Keep vents clear. What do I mean by that is, if you live in Western Pennsylvania, we get snow. The newer furnaces, they vent to the side of the house. You want to make sure your vent openings are clear so that when it's exchanging air, it's allowed to get rid of the bad gas and take fresh air in. If you do have your furnace checked and it's older style and it goes out through a chimney, you want to have that checked too. Make sure all the connections are good, that it's pulling a draft the way it's supposed to be. A lot of times birds and stuff will get up there and build nests around it or whatnot. You want to make sure that that's clear. So keep your vents clear so it can pull the fresh air in and get rid of the CO. This is something when I was doing my research I didn't think of. When I was driving a truck, I used to have a sleeper, and sleep in the sleeper is, I never carried a CO alarm. So if you do drive truck, this is just a side note is, you might want to get a battery operated CO alarm, or the newer trucks come with CO alarms and mount it in there when you're sleeping in your truck. So that's just a side note. We're going to go ahead and open this just to show you they're pretty much self-explanatory. But you can read the directions on installation. You know that, there's the directions. Okay, this one is, you plug into the wall, but it has a battery backup. So you basically just plug it into the wall like that. But it comes with a battery backup. So those are your batteries. And that is if you pull it off the wall, if you can't take the batteries out, it won't work. Those are things to prevent messing with them. So we're just going to put those back in. So it sounded. What do I do with the cover? There's the cover. So this is for this brand. I pulled that so off there so fast. Warning. There's all your warnings. There's your manufacturer. I also, just with like the fire alarms, I'll put the date on this. But basically all you do Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. So basically, you stick it in, just like that. Give it a little chirp. So there's the test. She's ready to go. So, and that's it. So if you text CO, it will go off. We're going to move that over to my son's bedroom. It's in the office right now. So if you like what we're doing here on the channel, join our team, Team Walters. Wow, I'm going to say subscribe right and say my own last name wrong. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell when we put out a new video. If you like what we're doing, tell somebody about it. Now we're going to start moving on with the fire prevention side of it. How do we prevent fires, prevent emergencies from happening? So until next time, everybody enjoy your Labor Day. Have a great, fantastic day.